I'm Hagen Dijke. Today with me is
Christian Buckley.
Chris Buckley, well-known VIP in the SharePoint scene. Yeah, well, funny thing is, we met here today, 2 days ago on the ESPC, and we found out we got the same rig, so...
Talking gear today. So,
talking gear, exactly. And a lot of people were talking to us about which setup do we got here, so we thought it might be a good idea to just show you right away on YouTube, so you got the chance to go out there and by yourself if you want to.
Yeah, I mean it's amazing. So we did this. So we did a Microsoft Ignite event, a month and a half ago, and in prep for that, there was a lot of discussion. I was one of 10 community reporters, MVPs that were there doing things with Microsoft, and we were putting together what we call our kits to do the videos. And I had a lot of other equipment. Like when I do podcasts, like I have a Zoom H6, I have individual condensers of microphones, so I can interview 5 people and myself and do a podcast that has that high quality audio. But it's not something that you can, it has the ability to affix to the kit. It's so overkill for that kind of thing. It's not flexible. But I also have like a portable, an HD 6K capable video camera, and I was mentioning I have the GoPro 5 Black, and I know there's the 6 now, but it's the first that's encased and waterproof. Have all these other devices, and I found that as I'm doing these events, the quality that I needed, I could get through. I've got an iPhone 7 Plus, so if you have a 7, 8, or now 10, the video quality, and more importantly for this, is the digital stabilization is such a high quality that you really don't need all of this other equipment for this type of interview. Yeah. So it's like you have your Samsung. I mean,
exactly. There's an Android device recording this.
Right, and so the phones that are such high quality now for the recording, and then they're similar to what you have. Yeah. So I have this, and what's the brand on it too?
We got the brand from here.
Yeah, right here. The
Ulanzi. Ulanzi rig, yeah.
And so the Ulanzi rig, and so it's not expensive. It's like $20 for this thing. And
yeah, I got mine for 13 euros off Amazon here in Europe.
Exactly. And so basically what it does is it frames in your phone, and you just make sure that the buttons are in the camera, of course, are clear from that. But the rig then allows you to do different mic setups. I've got my little, inexpensive light here, so I can, blind you. So having the lighting, of course, for the up close things. But what's great about this mic is that when we're standing here being interviewed, this directional in a crowd is fantastic. It does a good job of kind of clearing things.
Yeah, and my big hope is, hello there, we're recording. Nice to meet you. So that's the problem you got when you're recording here. Anyway, so my big hope is, even though your microphone is technically better than mine, I hope the audio quality is going to pick it up just right.
Having that directional, the boom mic, it helps a lot. Yes. Now, what some people have, and I don't have yet, is they'll actually affix to the side of the rig is like a switcher. So I have a single wireless mic. So if I'm walking around talking to people or just talking in general, and I'm the only one speaking, to walk through with that, I can switch it over, and if I then want to interview somebody, go over on the side and switch it and use the directional mic.
What I've seen on Amazon, if you want to step it up even further, there are small mixer devices where you have several line inputs. For instance, having microphones on the rig or attaching microphones to the vest on the speaker.
Exactly.
And mix it all together directly at the device and put it on the line out to the camera. And also the possibility to use headphones for the person behind the camera, so he gets the audio feedback if the audio is fine. So.
And you'll see that with some people who have the setup, they'll have the device sitting right up here with maybe a boom mic on top of that device. So there's a lot of different ways you can do that. The one other thing I would say, this is my bare bones kit, so I have a lot of other equipment. But is that I've had a number of different tripods. This one is heavier. I mean, the aluminum, it's solid, but is because I had 3 different plastic ones that kept breaking as I traveled. It wasn't use, it was just from the travel. And this one, it has ripped my backpack. So I'm having the opposite, like it's fighting back. But what's great about this thing to think about is, like this has the detachable monopod, so I could walk around with this attached to the monopod and just gives you that smooth bass for interviews. But what I found is that then you have to hold on to it, and then I'm finding I'm having to do selfies, type interviews. So instead, by just collapsing them, up like this and walking around as I need to pop it open.
Yeah.
But because it's aluminum, it's industrial strength, it's not going anywhere. The one difference I would make, this is a 60-inch, so it goes very tall, is the 52-inch is much better for traveling, fits into every backpack and that kind of thing. But yeah, this is my kit, and I either stream live or I record. This is the 256, so it holds a lot of recordings, and then I upload to OneDrive or to Dropbox, depending on who I'm working with, send them the files, upload to YouTube, and edit, and go from there.
Yeah, speaking about software, just said what software you use on iPhones. For the Android users out there, what I'm recording right now is called Open Camera. It's an open source software. It's got plenty of features, and I recommend it highly. Just try it out.
That's great.
So,
and then, of course, for the post-production, I'm using Camtasia for a lot of that to go in, dump my files in there, add the intros, outros, very quickly publish out to multiple formats or save it down locally. So there's a lot of options now for publishing your content.
Exactly. So before we're going to wrap this up, just let's talk a second about power. I've seen you running around with an humongous large power supply.
Yes, so that's actually a key because the other reasons for me moving to the iOS device and is the battery life of the phone itself. I can continuously stream and record video for over 3 hours. I think it's like 3.5 hours continuous. However, this is the difference. I have this little plug, so instead of the microphone going directly into the phone, I have this little in-between which has the power slot for the iPhone. So I actually have, and I will go back for my next recording, and I just have attached to this, and it's an Anker, is the brand, A-N-K-E-R, and it actually will recharge my iPhone 9.5 times, so it's heavy duty, so I can go all day long plus, and keep recording. But what I'll do when I just want a continuous live stream is have the battery here, have it plugged in, so I'm just not losing a charge.
Exactly.
That's just a great thing for traveling. It's fantastic. I recharge that every 2-3 days of use.
Even if you use a little bit smaller battery pack, for instance, with this device recording, I got about 2,000 milliamps. It usually brings me through the day with
by the way,
1 to 2
the
recharges.
Anker I'm talking about is I think 28,000 or 26,000. It's a heavy duty.
It's a really big block.
It's a bit heavy, but for doing long trips around the road a week, it's fantastic. Then you're not worrying about. I was carrying around multiple little small rechargers. Now I just have the one.
Exactly. So, last topic, the microphone. Maybe it's interesting for you. If you go out there and buy the microphone, make sure what type of connector you need, and you might as well need an adapter. These microphones use a so-called stereo type 3.millimeter connector type. And most phones, at least the Android phones, iPhones of course need an adapter for the lightning port. But the Android phones use a 4-pin connector type. So think about it, you probably need an adapter to get the 4-pin to the 3-pin on the microphone.
Well, that's why I say too that as I was looking for that adapter, and then I saw this one. This is like $10 US. But having this, and this was officially Apple supported. It's not just a knockoff. Will it work or won't it work? But if you are looking for that adapter anyway, get the one that has the additional power out so that you can do that plug-in. So you don't have to, like with iPhones, you have one port, one plug, so you have to get this dual. But it's just a great way to go.
Exactly.
All right.
Thank you very much.
It's great talking about the gear, and I mean, it really is the high quality video output now. So it's pretty much all you need.
Okay. Thanks a lot, and see you next time.
Thanks a lot.
Bye-bye.
Thanks. See you later.
See you, Christian. Thanks a lot, man. Bye.